Hey guys, we're live and we're talking about the Superman and the Aquaman teasers that we got yesterday and today. Apologies about not doing one yesterday for Superman. It wasn't because I don't love him. I love him dearly. But I had my Star Wars stream yesterday and I didn't want to bombard you guys with far too much of me. So yeah. And then we had Aquaman today, to our surprise. I genuinely thought that we'd have Wonder Woman, but you know, we've been pleasantly surprised every day with cool stuff. So who's here? Let me see you guys. I want to say hi to you. Bring you up. Also today, because Gillis is awesome and his favorite Superman, we have Gillis joining. So do you want to say hi?
Sure.
Gillis,
hello,
guys.
Fatma, and hello, everyone.
So do you want to say anything about the Superman Cup before we watch it? Also, hi Max.
Well, I mean, I was definitely thinking, like most people on Twitter, that they would save them for last. And so when you had, I think you had messaged me early that day and were like, oh no, it's gonna be Superman. And so I was like, okay, because you had kind of warned me that you wanted to be on, and then I was like, okay, and sure enough, he dropped that day, but no, it was great. I was a bit, I was in my mind, I had already kind of said, oh, okay, so he'll come out, on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And sure enough, and then of course it was just, it was just beautiful. It was just a great clip. So
yeah, it really was. And like, I woke up and I saw that Superman was the hashtag, and most of us on Twitter and I think everywhere were predicting that it would be, I don't know, maybe Wonder Woman or maybe Flash or Aquaman or whoever, but we thought that Cyborg and Superman would be the end. Cyborg because he's the heart of the movie, and Superman because he hasn't risen yet. He's still dead, but he wanted to do the Trinity. But then today, I was like, okay, so today we'll end up having Wonder Woman, right? But it makes sense because I think Wonder Woman's going to be for Monday, 8th of March, because that's International Women's Day.
right.
So that would be great. And so tomorrow I think it'll be Flash. But every single day, I didn't know that Batman was going to have one. I didn't know that he was going to do a teasers for all the characters anyway. But like, we were surprised for Batman, and then surprised for Superman, and surprised for Aquaman. So I'm hoping that it'll just be like something that's really cool. But I think it'll be Flash for the most part. Oh,
yeah.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, I've really, I've enjoyed how they've been sort of adding in the like the hashtag, the little graphics to it each day as sort of like a tell. And it's just really neat to see them. I think that we always see them for all the Marvel properties, and it's nice to see DC get some love. So
yeah, definitely. And it's like I wake up in the morning and I look at so many people who retweet there's a main Twitter account that tells you what the newest hashtag emoji is. And I look at it and everyone almost everyone does retweet the tweet, and I'm just like, okay, so it's this person today, and these are the hashtags for it. Also, oh my god, hi Rasha, how are you?
hey, Rasha.
Nice that you're joining. This is awesome. Okay, so without further ado, should we watch it together?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh. Oh my god, I think after we have Cyborg, we might have one that's Darkseid, Steppenwolf, and Desard together, purely because I don't think he's gonna want to spoil it for us.
Yeah, I would love to.
We'll put all three of them together.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I think that'd be really fun. The whole the New Gods, for me anyway, has been one of the best things about this whole thing. Is just being able to see them in all their glory has been fantastic.
Yes, I think he thought he was going to put suit first, but then going up against. Oh, maybe that's a possibility, but I think for the most part, I think he did want to do the three main ones, but then, you know, coinciding Wonder Woman with International Women's Day works a treat. Yes, hello, I am DG Tech. Rasha, honestly, if Steppenwolf gets one, I would literally like. I love him so much, especially when his armor is going away.
Yeah, it looks great.
How long do you think we'll see the Joker for? I think it'll just be the. Did you say 5 or 10 minutes that they did extra shooting worth, and then that's it. But I think they're going to be amazing few minutes. But we'll see because it's such a great surprise. Yes, Max. Hi.
Today.
I'll try to watch it, but it's literally 10:30 now. So once I'm off the stream, I'll put it on and I'll watch it, and I'll just be like, yes, I love Dr. Manhattan so much. He is such an underrated person. You know, when people pit like Superman against, I don't know,
right.
Aquaman or whatever,
right.
I'm just like, Superman can't hold anything against Dr. Manhattan. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know that I feel that way, but yes, no, he's a great character.
Telling me, you're telling me Dr. Manhattan, who can literally evaporate anything, can't. Superman doesn't even like. He can just do it from miles.
Yeah. I'm comfortable in my stance on this.
That's fine. Also, hi Najid. Okay, so without further ado, we've had a great introduction. A few of you are here, so let's watch the Superman clip. And yeah, one sec. Okay. There he is in all of his glory. He looks so good.
Yeah, no, he's a handsome guy.
Can we just appreciate, like, for a second here, how amazing his face looks without that god-awful CGI?
Yeah, I know, that whole thing, just like everything was so symbolic in that effort that they did. It perfectly captured what they did to the character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? The whole stream is just us staring at his face like this, because this is a celebration in and of its own. Because, like, what did we get?
Yeah, no, I know. He's he's a handsome guy. Beautiful man.
No, but like, not even just because he's beautiful, but
no, his face, his look, it captures everything that you want your Superman to be, and it's really fantastic. And I think Zach did a great job. Well, not just with him, but with every character. I mean, just absolutely stunning with every role that he picked. He nailed it.
Yes, definitely. So we'll watch it. It's only a minute, but we watch it.
Okay.
The whole world is mourning, grieving over a symbol.
Let's hope you're not too late.
It's like they were afraid of him.
Fly, son. It's time.
I made a promise on his grave.
This world will join the others.
What do we have to lose?
No us without him.
We do this together.
Get down!
You will help them accomplish wonders.
They wanted me back for a reason. I need to find out why.
Oh, yeah,
every
so good.
Time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is so good every time.
Every time.
Every time.
That black suit is absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's just beautiful. I can't believe the studio said no to it. And I can't believe the studio did him so dirty in the
Right. Yeah. The whole arc that Zach had for him, I think we all want to see it. Um, we hope that he gets that chance. But I mean, even just to get this, right? I mean, just to see the black suit in action for me is just so special. And it's one of those things that when when I was younger, seeing it in the comic books, it was really special because they had just killed him for the first time, and
Mm-hmm.
and so for those of us who are fans, that black suit is really, really important to us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's just special. It's special seeing it.
And to think that, like, he was literally like, um what was I going to say? I completely blanked out. But you were talking about the comics, and then having him come back for the first time, and then seeing this. God, I'm so bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, it was the whole purpose of the suit, as everyone knows, is that it's to help him get back to strength, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
and just that whole concept with, like, of course, black always looks great, but then they used it with the sun and and the radiation and so it like, because black works better when you want that, right? So just great all around.
That's what I was going to say, talking about the suit in and of itself. So the fact that he didn't ever wear an actual black and white suit, and that he literally wore a what's it called? What did he wear? He wore his normal suit, but it was altered. That it was easier for them to change it in post in CGI or VFX
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I had heard something. I don't know if I heard it from Zach himself, but yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
had heard that they had purposely checked the color of the blue and the red that he was, wearing for all the filming of the movie, and then they tried to do it because they weren't sure if they'd be able to. And of course, Zach being
Mm-hmm.
Zach, he's like, no, I'm gonna make sure that I have options,
Yeah.
and it's spectacular. Yeah, like the fact that it's not actually black that he's wearing, just it's a credit to Zach and his whole team.
And it's like Michael, is his name Michael Wilkinson or something? I butchered his name, but the suit designer, the costume designer that Zach had was just amazing. Um,
Yeah, I really
I'm
like.
just gonna have a look at. So yeah, go on. Sorry.
No. I'm reading it too from Rasha. Like the motion face. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, in one of the 3 tweets that had gone out with the gifs, or
I
the.
wanted to show the gifts next, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go through the comments and then
Okay.
I'll bring the gifts
Perfect.
on. So still not sure who do these. Is it Barry? So I like that they've kept some things in the voiceovers, as speaker 1, speaker 2, or speaker like with a number, because it's nice to know that the line is coming, but it's also nice. So it's not a spoiler at the same time. So you have an idea of that this line is coming, but you have no idea who it is. So it's still going to surprise you in the movie with how it works with the story. So I have no idea, but I'm looking forward to it. And I mean, me and Max, when we watched it for the first time, when Cyborg says, "Get down," it was done in such a tricky way that I was like, "Oh my God, is that Shazam?" Maybe it's just like the hopeful person in me because I like Shazam.
Yeah, no, he's
What
great.
did you think when he first said? Did you hear "Get Down" or Shazam?
Yeah, so I heard it, and my first thought was Cyborg, only because, like, I don't inherently sort of recognize Cyborg's voice from the movie itself. I've
Yes.
heard Ray talk, plenty, but and
Mm-hmm.
so my first thought was that, only because I couldn't quite place it, and so I was just, I was guessing just like everyone else.
Yeah, and then I saw the Zack Snyder's Justice League Twitter with the captions, and it said Cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yes, it's so beautiful, isn't it? I'm gonna show that in a bit. I'm just gonna go through them. Finally seeing Superman on screen and hearing him speak.
Oh yeah.
Hearing him speak since 2016, like since BVS.
Yeah.
That movie just,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There he goes in the proper way. Yeah.
Max. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the control and mastery of his powers, not the squeaky clean. Oh yes, exactly. I think there's going to be a lot of like deep delving into his character and who he is, especially because it's a continuation of his story. So we're in for a really, really fun ride with that. Fair enough. He was talking about the trailers that released and not anything else because Superman didn't come back. Oh wow, I'm trying to keep up with you guys. I love you guys so much.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure how I would feel about the black suit, but the more it's so beautiful. It works so well. Like the coloring was perfect. Yeah, yeah. Neither did I. None
yep.
of that happened.
Nope. Bad
In
dream.
Italy, so you see, right? Yes, I said it right. Michael Wilkinson. He's
Wilkinson. Yep.
awesome. I didn't butcher it. See, guys, give Najid a go. Hi, DC.
DC.
Oh my
What's
god,
up,
that would be
DC?
so awesome. Yes, me and Max genuinely thought it was Shazam. Like we retweeted it and everything, and then we were just like called out. But yeah, I wanted to share. I'm just gonna share my screen to the Twitter. So I hope I'm not ruining anything. So I'm just gonna go on it now. So like when you have a look at it,
Yeah. There you go.
like it's this part here, like the part that I absolutely loved that was such a great homage to is when he kicks Steppenwolf just like there. It's so quick, but I think Fran did an awesome gif of it really slow, and it's like when he kicks him, you usually don't see Superman kicking, but when he kicks him it's so awesome, and it reminds me of 300, so it's just like there. So it's just that point there.
Right.
Oh, my internet lagged. But yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, and I actually had no idea that he kicked there just because it was so quick, and when Fran put out that GIF with it in slow motion, it was just yeah. So
Just
that
1 second, we have to like Fran, if you are listening or if you get to listen to this later, you are a legend. Your work is just amazing. Love it.
absolutely.
Yeah, sorry, you were going to say something about the
Yeah,
kicking.
no, this little GIF here, that part right there where he is rising up. I think someone said that the moon is in the background, and just for like a second, and you can see him just going up there to charge up. It's just it's just beautiful on every level.
Yeah, it's like what's it called? The contrast is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just so nice to see.
Well, and then the suit though, right? Like I love all the little details down his side, on his rib cage, and yeah. I mean, they nailed it.
They did. They absolutely nailed it, and like it's so beautiful. And like look at the cape, it flies so perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the coloring on his face, and his actual face, guys. I'm not over. His face is right. It's not deformed.
Right. Yeah, no, his lip looks fine. It looks really good. His
And
top lip.
can we just appreciate how amazing the Clark Kent stuff is? I can't wait to see him like do that the classic shirt rip. And guys, I don't think it's going to be the black and white suit when he does do the shirt rip, because I think that's when he goes back to his classic, the classic red and blue shirt, because I think Zach, I don't know, I might be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Zach says that once he gets over the emotional part of wearing the black suit, he goes back to the classic red and blue suit.
Yeah, I had seen some of that on Twitter going back and forth. One, that the shot is Zach's, which I think like a whole lot of us weren't completely sure. I did hear someone say once that they thought that the studio had forced it on Zach to show that. But like either way, if it's here, Zach likes it, and thumbs up there. And I for me, it's probably a 50-50 on if the suit's going to be black or the blue and red. And so,
either way, I'm gonna love it because this is
right.
shot done in the right way. And no, absolutely every single minute in this movie is everything that he wanted to do. And
Right.
I remember in just this comment he said, I'd rather burn it to the ground than put anything that wasn't mine or anything from
Right.
the cut that shall not be named.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, and then
the gifts and the little clips that they have on
right.
and
Well, and it's the shirt scene, right? Like that's so it's what Superman is. You know, like everybody knows that that's Superman, right? When you start, and if you ever see anybody else like do that trick, it always is, oh, okay, you know, they're trying to, you know, like everyone knows that it came from Superman first, and I believe that's the first time he does it in the 3 movies. Yeah, I don't recall him doing that. I can't think of a scene from Man of Steel or BVS where he does the shirt opening. So you know that was pretty special too. So I'm hoping, or I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited. There's just so much. Oh my god, 4 hours of absolute pure joy. It's just going to be amazing. Hi, Rakan.
That's awesome. Max.
Max, no, I never want. I'm sorry to the actors who played the family, but I never want to see them ever again.
So pointless.
Yeah, there's no Instagram filter. Yes, exactly. So yeah, I don't think it will be, but either way, I'm happy with whatever he goes with. But yeah, I loved Martha Kent's line in the clip. It was so nice. It was like well, not nice. It was very emotional that she says they mourn the symbol,
right?
But to her, he's her son, so it's just like I can't wait to see them actually mourn, especially with like Martha Kent and Lois Lane. That's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, I feel like every line from his dad is so powerful, and I think that was intentional because you know he doesn't make it obviously, and so I feel like every line that we got in Man of Steel and every line that we've heard since, including that scene in BVS, is just you know Superman's heart comes from his parents.
Yeah,
from all of them really, but
all of them.
But you know, he didn't really know you know his birth parents, and so whenever you hear like Jonathan Kent talk, for me anyway, it's always really powerful, and I think Zach did that on purpose, just because like his mom lives, and we get to see her, and she still gets to impart on to Clark a guidance, and so and of course, she's great too. But yeah, all those little clips of his dad talking to him, of both dads talking to him, are great.
Yes. I can't wait to see. I think Jonathan can Kevin Costner will make a little maybe a little cameo kind of thing. Who knows? And Super Spatsy says something here about, is it really Martha? And so does Rakan. So who knows? But I'm hoping that it is Martha, and that when he does disguise himself as Martha, it's not for a nefarious reason, or well, I'm sure it won't be for a nefarious reason, but I'm hoping that it's because he has to, and not because he wants to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's all in the context. So if the context is fine, I'm fine. And yeah, no, yes. That line, when I saw it in the cinemas, I was like, this is not Zach. This is not Zach's humor at all. Or at least he wouldn't put Amy Adams, who's such a great actress, in that position.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes. that could be a possibility. I like you know, in the main trailer when the picture of Jonathan Kent is falls into the alien goo water. I don't know what the proper word for that is.
Yeah.
That was so cool because like Superman's behind them.
Right.
Isn't it Superman that they're lowering, or is it someone else?
Yes. Yeah.
Very
No. Yep. Yeah. It's Superman, and yeah, he's in his suit from his burial. So, in his like, shirt and tie suit, not his super suit, not his Superman suit.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I know the whole like they place his fathers in a position of moral leadership, and
Mm-hmm.
so when we get those parts, it's always really heavy for me because
Yeah.
of that, because it's the internal struggle for Superman is always about making the right choice, and so you know that's always his hardest villain, if you will, is to do what's right, and
Yeah.
so and as Zach so greatly does, is that there's a lot of gray out there, and so to be able to like sort of navigate a good and bad when there is so much gray is really difficult, and
Mm.
that is the essence of the Superman struggle, and Zach does it beautifully.
He does it so beautifully, and it's a shame that we've not seen anything since the struggle that Superman went through in BVS, but it's so great that we get to see it in 12 days.
Yep.
So that's awesome.
I know.
Yes, so I spoke about it with Phil on the Batman teaser clip, but that was so amazing. Like the scene, by the way, is when Superman pulls up Batman and they're both in the black. They're like
Oh, yep.
twins. I love it so much because today I'm trying to like merge between Superman and Aquaman, the blue for Aquaman and the black for Superman suit. But that was such a beautiful gift. It's just showing how their journey from BVS goes full circle, and it's
Right.
just so beautiful. What did you think of that clip? Because it's got Superman as well, so like I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, so it definitely it closes that loop of the process that Bruce Wayne has gone through, right? I mean, he's 20 years into this, in BVS. He is feeling jaded about the whole thing. He's concerned about the wreckage that Superman can do,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes from anger and fear to like appreciation and love for what Superman did, and the sacrifice. And so I think that scene is just it shows them in the embrace where, like, for me, I picture all of the comic books that I've ever read where they're like buddy buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And so it feels like, okay, and then you can't help but like not think about where that friendship goes in the other two movies or in the next two movies, right? Like, to close the whole story would be so fun to watch, and to see them as like loving allies would be really, really great.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, so talking about this, because I really want to talk about the entire scene there, because I want to segue into the next character that we're going to have a bit of a deep dive in it. Pun intended.
But dang it, I was late with the rim shot.
So yeah, the look they give each other is just amazing, and then the look that he gives Barry, and then Barry like fist bumping Cyborg, that's just amazing. And I'm really hopeful for Cyborg's future with the Flash, or at least with something. I'm really hopeful for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, I like how Wonder Woman and Aquaman who's like a king, and Wonder Woman who's a god, they just stood there like, okay, you guys, I'm glad that you guys made up, and you guys can like have fun, and we're just gonna stand here and we're gonna be like, we're gonna make sure that you guys are behaving well now. So that was fun.
Yeah.
So I want to see Soups and Bats before they. There's quite a few people who would love to see that, so maybe we'll get that in the movie. Plus, where the friendship started from, trying to stop or kill each other. Yeah, isn't that a trope in books? Enemies to best friends, or enemies to lovers or whatever. I mean, people who ship soups and bats, soup,
Yeah,
bats,
I was
soup
just
bats.
trying to think about the ship name for them.
There is one, and
There is
someone,
one.
it'll come back to me, or someone will mention it in the comments. But yeah, this is a great way to bring them together. So I think super bats.
Super Bats. There you go.
Thank you, Kels.
Me and me, Soup Batsy. There you go.
Max, I love you.
Soup Batsy doesn't need anybody else, just himself.
He only needs himself. He's content with himself. Awesome. So we're gonna watch the early. We're gonna watch the Aquaman one now, and we'll get to have some fun. I was looking for a water pun that I could use without being weird or inappropriate, but I couldn't find one. So
Yeah.
my
No,
humor has its
yeah.
limits.
Yeah, no, your whole dive in was perfect.
So
Yeah.
let's dive in, guys.
Let's
Yeah,
dive in.
I knew the pun. I was ready for it. But yeah, let's have a look.
You can't turn your back on the world forever. Above or below.
Thousands of years since our people spoke. The firstborn of beloved Queen of Land.
I need warriors.
You can't escape.
The time has come. Take up your mother's trident.
This is a bad idea. Fighting the devil and his army. And now,
He's so great. He's so great in the role.
Genius casting, genius choice to add him on, and he did such a phenomenal job with the role that I'm just like, it's why Zack Snyder is a genius, and I'm so thankful that he cast all of them.
Right.
Because imagine having a different Justice League.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that he has taken, I mean, 'cause Aquaman has always been kind of, like a B character, if you will, at least compared to, to Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and even the Flash too, for that matter. And he took what has been, sort of a boring kind of character into this, this powerful king-like figure, which is just so fun. I don't ever now I don't picture anyone else in the role. It's like, to me, that is Aquaman now, right? Like, that's how he looks to me.
Yes, that's the same thing for me too. He's just made him such a badass, and like, he's so awesome. And you can't joke about Aquaman anymore, because you don't want to joke. You don't want to do like the whole talking to fish thing.
Right.
But the thing that I absolutely love here is Vulko's line. I think that was Vulko, right? When he was saying, you can't hide yourself from the world forever. And you need to take up your mother's trident. And I think that is when he finally, joins the League. And I'm just trying to think of it, how it links to Aquaman and how it links to the story there, because he takes up his mother's trident, right? So in Aquaman, he does use his mother's trident. He does have his mother's trident, and you see him in there with it.
Right.
But I think something so big happens in Justice League that he's just not willing, or at least it takes Mira a considerable amount of effort to convince him to go and help Atlantis from Orm. So like,
Right.
It works so well. So like, Vulko was trying to convince him to join the League, and then something happens that we're gonna see soon. And then he's a bit of a recluse, and then he comes back. So that's going to be something that's really cool to see how it connected. And I'm hoping that James Wan did kind of like work with Zach on the down low to make sure that his story kind of matches it. And also, when Patty Jenkins had her interview for the Wonder Woman 84 press cycle, and then she said none of us took that movie seriously, and we just
Right.
did what we were going to do anyway. And as far as I'm aware, that they all spoke to each other and they all had an idea as to how the characters weave into each other without it being too like intertwined. But I'm just really looking forward to seeing Aquaman and his story, and how Atlantis was intended by Zach himself, and like Mira as well. Like there's quite a few things that Mira added. I think that was in the nightmare scene, because I think any additional photography was for the nightmare scene.
Right.
So I don't think I can speak about additional photography in the main story arc, but I'm really excited to see how Mira plays into this, and how her character because they meet in Justice League, and how he can play it in so that, you know, he how she had to introduce herself. Maybe in Justice League she was just like a member of Atlantis that he was talking to randomly, and that she hadn't introduced herself properly in Justice League.
Right.
And then the nightmare scene is an alternate scenario. So that's not something that we have to fully focus on. But
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I love Aquaman so much.
Yeah, and as you were like talking about this arc, like for Aquaman, I just, my mind went to, I don't believe that they expected Zack Snyder to fit all this down into a 2-hour movie when there was such a great story to tell. I mean, this is the starting of the league, and you need to flesh out all these characters, and the fact that we're going to get that, right? I mean, we'll get a real start to Aquaman, to the Flash, to Cyborg. That, yeah, his arc is going to be really, really interesting to me. It's this reluctance in him, obviously, to take up that role or that mantle of, because of his mom being the queen and all that. That I think Mara is gonna have a big part in that, obviously, and I too am excited to see, as to how that happens. I know that I had heard back then that she was supposed to have a bigger role in the movie, and then it was cut down pretty good in the 2017 version. So I'm wondering how much screen time that we'll get.
Yeah, that's something that I'm really interested in, seeing how it works well with the Aquaman movie. But another thing that just dawned on me now is like they're all reluctant to join the league, and that's because and I don't know if Zach makes a link to that in his movie, but I think it's because they see how the world treated Superman and the absolute turmoil that everyone was having. Well, should Superman save this person, and should Superman be in charge of this? And the political take on Superman's existence, the moral take on Superman's existence, the scientific take on Superman's existence. So that scene in BVS where they discuss should Superman exist, and how do we control him, and should we control him? When there's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yep.
I always say him wrong.
Yep.
And then you've got like several different people making commentary.
Right.
That in and of itself, the fact that the world just went crazy because Superman existed, and that is the reality of how it works, which it works so well with what we're doing today. That they're all very reluctant and scared to show themselves, and it takes Superman coming back, and it takes Batman proving that there is still good in the world. And also maybe they've seen how Batman is perceived in Gotham as this really scary entity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like maybe Batman and Superman have to make good with each other in order for the league to feel more comfortable. And obviously Diana's always been like doing it in secret, as you saw in Wonder Woman 84 and in Wonder Woman the 2017 movie. 17, right? Yeah. So like when you see that she's always been doing it, but she hasn't been so vocal about who she is. So I don't know how they're going to retcon her story arc with the Wonder Woman movies, but I just thought this was such a cool idea that I have, that maybe that's one of the reasons why they're reluctant.
Yeah, I could definitely see them sort of observing the response that Superman got, and feeling like it's not safe to do so. And of course, a compelling reason could be, just like worldwide, like domination of this incoming army. But it's not going to be that simple, right? Because I think Zach's gonna tell a really great story, and it's going to be a complicated arc for all of the league. And of course, Aquaman just has, he, like Wonder Woman, has a whole kingdom, if you will, right? That
Which
they also have to balance.
Which brings us to this comment here, to see more of that dynamic, the dynamic between them and their kingdoms, and like you were saying, how that could really be an interesting world, like Themyscira and Atlantis, and how that plays into the mother boxes as well.
Right.
Sorry, carry on. I just thought.
No. That's where my thought was going, was just that, is that it's complicated. I mean, and they have this unique perspective, like Aquaman and Wonder Woman, that because they've lived, or they're from these kingdoms that are sort of in hiding, that they've been able to watch the surface, if you will, for a long time, and that has definitely formed some of their perspectives, of their like a reluctance in them to engage with the complications and the troubles of of the Earthlings. Yeah.
So Rokan says he met him a few weeks. Yes. Oh, he seems like an amazing person in real life. Looking at his Instagram and the things that he does and the projects that he takes on and how he raises his children and the family man that he is, it's just really inspiring. Yes, that's gonna sound so. Oh, I can't wait. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, Volko sounds so good. Yeah. Aquaman was great in Aquaman, but I'm sure this will, yes, it will be. I'm a huge fan of Aquaman. Bar from 3 scenes, the movie is great. And those 3 scenes, I feel like they were imposed on one. And I know he's said that it is his cut and he's happy with it. But do you know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? Like, yes. adding that beach track with Pitbull.
Right. Yeah, that was really weird. Yeah.
And then Orm breaks the trident. Yes, he does. But he gets Atlan's trident. The 3-point trident, right? It is a trident. This is a quindent.
Right.
But Volko calls it a trident. I think he just, that's just like a generic name. It looks like he goes soon after the. Yes, I think he does. That's going to sound, and like when he's got the trident and then the water is coming through. That is such a cool, like almost Moses parallel, like splitting the.
Yeah, and I actually thought that they updated the visual there whenever like that, like explosion, if you will, whenever the trident when it hits the ground. That blast or that glow looks more blue to me. So I'm sure. I mean, of course, it's all going to look better. But
see, and I was YouTube. Sorry, I had to say that because like you were talking about blue glows. Sorry, Karen.
Yeah. Well, so no, I I've been waiting because fans on Twitter, they'll show both versions of it, right? So like the one that we got back in 2017, and then now, and you can see the difference. So like someone showed Clark walking through the ship in the Justice League one, and I think they only show 2 suits there on, and then now for Zach there's 4 total that they show, and so there are small changes of that sort in there, and so I feel like they they updated that scene where he uses his trident, and and he holds back all that water, and I feel like they show it more as like it's less of a strike to the ground and more of his power that is like holding back the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool. Yes, that was so awesome. And this the exhibit in Dallas has so much like intricate things that I've seen the storyboards, but I haven't fully read them. So I saw the pictures that Jim Lee drew. I've got like I read the subheadings and stuff, so I have a vague idea of what's going on. But I'm not going to read them just yet. But I support the fact that the exhibit is out there. So if anyone can go and see it and doesn't mind knowing it, then that's fine. Also, I'm aware that the storyboards aren't really spoilers because, well, the story has changed and evolved a lot over the last 4 years, and if he does take it on, it'll be like maybe 5, 6, 7 years, and he can like build on what works and what doesn't work from this, and what people engage in and what people prefer and what storylines he likes we like. So maybe he'll change it even further. So I'm not really fussed about the storyboards, but yes, the picture of Mira with the canisters is awesome. And then Max replies, says it's a water canister and not gasoline. Cool. It'll be fun. I don't know why she needs a water canister. Maybe there's another person from Atlantis. Oh yeah, it's so bad. I'm so glad that we're going to get to see a completely different version of Arthur. Also, the fact that we won't have to see Arthur steal.
I know, that was so, yeah, so bad on every level.
Yeah. Sorry. Dropping my guest for tomorrow, Flash, and we get the scene of him saving Iris. Yes. So tomorrow I think it's Flash, and then Monday it'll be Wonder Woman for International Women's Day, because I genuinely thought that he was going to do the Trinity, having Batman, Superman, and then Wonder Woman, but I think they had a last minute change just to make something more apt and more fitting to have Wonder Woman come in on International Women's Day on Monday, and then Cyborg will be the last because he's the heart of the movie. So yes, I think that's what it is. A Nightmare World where it's harder to find. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Great point, Rasha.
That's what I think. That's awesome. I agree with that. Hey, I mean, if you like it, you like it. I think it's all right. It doesn't fit with like the movie, but in and of its own, like a promotional clip, I think it works as a promotional clip. Don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
In the movie.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's very cheesy, and I think the whole shtick from Pitbull is a bit cheesy. But yeah, I do think that it'd be like a fun little, like commercial for the movie. But outside of that, what's he saying? Good old Max.
Oh. Max. Isn't it on the 8th? Yeah. So tomorrow is the 7th, which is I think 7th will be Flash, 8th will be Wonder Woman, which is International Women's Day, and then 9th, which is Tuesday, will be Cyborg. If it's the 7th, no, it's
right.
Not.
No, I think for Rasha, she's pointing out the fact that she's on a whole different. It feels. I mean, for me anyway, she's about 20 hours up.
She is.
So
Sorry.
It's almost a whole day up for me. So. So yeah, hers will be So for her, today is the 7th right now for her. So.
Well, I think the last thing that we should have a look at are the posters. The glorious.
Okay. Yeah.
Problem is, I'm in the same time zone and I'm wrong. Okay, Max. Exactly. We're literally an hour apart. Like what time is it? Wait, an hour or two, because it's 11:20 here. Flash will be the mono. We'll save that for the discussion about Flash in a few days. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about this this masterpiece.
Yeah. Well, so yes, it's already my phone screensaver because it's just awesome and perfect. Yeah. I really hope that they actually sell these. I haven't seen anything yet, but the fact that the fandom's putting out these images in 4K, if worse comes to worse, then I can go print it out myself. But I really want to buy one, and it's in part to I want like Warner Media to know that hey, this thing is wanted by the fans, and it's going to grow, and so yeah, but it's just beautiful. It's
It is.
yeah, that that those, like, I don't know what you call them, but down like his rib cage, just look
Yeah.
great. They just give it so much. I don't know. Like Rasha is gonna have to tell me like about the logic in the fashion sense here, because it's really great. Because of her background anyway, and in the fashion industry, I want to know why that looks so good, because it's really simple, but it just it gives his suit so much character and
It
shape.
accentuates
Yeah,
his figure,
yeah,
and it doesn't look plain. It gives like a structure, I think.
yeah,
Rasha's is more of a
yeah.
genius at this than I am.
Right. But yes,
Um,
it's great. And then the Aquaman today one looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just going to put that one up now because look at that mighty, glorious suit. I absolutely love the Aquaman suit and what James Wan did with his gold and green suit. I think he managed to encapsulate the comic book version of the suit in such a beautiful, realistic, real life way. And I love both suits equally. I cannot pit one against the other or have a preference. This one feels more grand and more like a suit that he would need to fight intergalactic villains like Darkseid and Steppenwolf, right? But the
Right.
one that he'd usually wear, that is something that he'd usually use maybe on a day-to-day basis as the king of or when he needs to save someone on Earth, or when it's like an Earth issue, basically. Maybe
Right.
that's how I've managed to like separate them both. But this suit looks so good, and I think Zach's design is amazing, and the Quinden is also awesome. But and like, look at that look. He looks so serious,
Mm-hmm.
but so like so, what's the word? Not scary, but like you do not want to mess with him.
Yeah. No.
He's not the butt of the joke in the league either. So
Right.
um
Yeah.
you
Yeah. No. So yeah, I was going to comment on this suit too. Was just the it's a battle suit, right? Like it's for battle. It's it like for me, it's taken, the concept of it is just being taken from like all of the eras, all of like all of the battles, the wars that this that world had ever seen, and it's it's ready for, like, it's used for war, basically, for battle. And then yeah, I do think that that his, like, his classical one, or the one that's based off of the green and the gold or orange, yeah, I feel that one is definitely more of a kingdom one, less for battle, less for war.
mm,
But yeah, and I mean, every change that Zach did for Aquaman was just a home run. It's better across the board. Everything, his look. I mean, his tattoos. His costume. Just like battle armor. Like, everything is better. Everything's
exactly.
better.
It's so, I'm so looking forward to it. It seems so awesome, and I can't wait. Did you guys notice the emblem behind Superman is the classic one? Oh, that's awesome. Yes, I'll put it back up in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It looks so cool. Um, Almost like yours, Al. Also, hi, Al. Thank you for joining us. I want this as a poster. I want the entire Justice League as a poster, purely because I can't choose, because the Batman one looks amazing, the Superman looks amazing, Aquaman does, and I'm sure Wonder Woman's gonna look amazing.
Yeah.
They're all
Yep.
gonna look brilliant, so I'm just gonna have all of them, and
Right.
I'm hoping that they do release them as posters somewhere. I think this movie is going to be such a phenomenal success and such a like cultural impact that a lot of the shops are going to start like selling the posters, because
Right.
it's such a like an unparalleled journey for a movie
Right.
with so much love and passion. So I'm hoping that major shops do sell them. Sweet God, Henry looks unbelievable in these posters.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
He
He
sure
totally
does. Yep.
So Rasha said it's suggestive of the classic V lower torso. Yes, but I also think it's done in such a tasteful way, so it's not in your face. So you really like it, but it's not something that's like, jumping on your face.
Right. Yeah, the classically lined suits.
Oh, that's
awesome. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, this is such great insight. Thank you, Rasha. The strapping on his wrist is genius.
Beyond looks. Yeah, it's all functional. Okay.
Awesome. Well, I think we've done both of them some good analysis and things that we're looking forward to. What do you have anything else to add, Gillis?
No, I feel like I'm in the same place as everyone else is in this fandom. We're just eager, we're anxious, we want to see this, we can't wait. I've been hearing some people with regards to the WandaVision show and the expectation game, right? As to and I am hoping that the expectation here doesn't sort of overcome the actual experience of being able to watch this. I'm purposely trying to get myself into the right mindset to just truly enjoy it. And I'm not building it up too much beforehand. I'm excited. All of these little teasers and everything, they're feeding me right now, and I'm just so happy. Yeah.
I think the marketing works so well, especially because they had to find a middle line between marketing a normal movie and marketing a movie that's going on streaming, because they have completely different marketing strategies. So Netflix, the way they market their movies, because it's on a streaming service, they only need to go heavy a few weeks before, not even that, a week before, and that's because they need to let the people know that, oh, tomorrow you're going to be sat down and watching it, right? So this is you should watch this, right? But with a classical movie that's going into theaters, the reason why they market it months in advance is to make sure that people can book childcare and book tickets and book time off to watch a movie and have it in their plans, because it's something that you need to go and do. And that's the difference between having the different strategy of marketing. But because this movie has so much surrounding it and so much around it, that I think the marketing has been so amazing, and I'm so glad that Zach's had his chance to do it the way he wants. Everything done recently is everything that he wants to do, and it's just so amazing to see. Yes, exactly. This movie is just going to be so crazy. I don't know how I'm going to be able to process it, and I don't know how anyone else is. I think we're all going to be a good mess for a good week and a bit. I don't know.
Right. So there's a question here from Rasha just before that is asking about if we're going to watch it, at one sitting. Well, but to me, that goes back to the comment that you just showed from Max. And that's the expectation. I don't know how much I'm actually going to take in the first sitting, right? I'm just going to be blown away that despite it being 4 hours long, I know that I'm going to want to put it, on again right after that. So I could, so I can catch everything. It's going to take so many viewings to really take it all in. But yeah. And so Rasha, to answer I'm gonna do it all in one sitting. I'm gonna try to not pause it once, but just because I want it to feel like the whole movie theater, vibe. So we'll see. But
yeah, I'm gonna be doing it all in one sitting.
Yeah.
And then multiple watches, and then maybe doing it in chapters just to see if I can view it in a different way, because I'm genuinely not going to be able to sit there and watch it in chapters the first time. I'm just going to want to watch it.
Yeah,
Anyone
absolutely.
who has that much self-control, hats off to you, because
right.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't think that I'm going to, even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to do it in the chapters, bit by bit.
Yeah. So I like this question, and it's all dependent on how this movie does. If this movie is successful, if you can, and if you have the ability to pay for it, please, 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 please do so, and don't cheap out on this, especially if you are not even especially. This message goes to people who are fans of this movement and fans of this cut and fans of Zack. If you have the money, please do pay for it. Please do show your numbers officially. Please make sure that you watch it as much as you possibly can whilst you've paid for it, and make sure that you talk about it positively. Please do not engage with the negative reviews and the negativity that will surely happen, because come on, since 2013 I'm used to it from Man of Steel when people hated then, and I'm used to it from BVS, and we've had it all with Warner Brothers, well, not with Warner Brothers, but DCEU movies especially, and ones that Zack has made. So please do not engage with negativity for the next few weeks, even afterwards. So any negative reviews, don't amplify them. Put your reviews, talk about it positively, watch and watch and watch as much as you possibly can. Even if you're not actively watching, watch it and put it on in the background. And I mean, I'm gonna have it on loop because I'm obsessed. I'll be obsessed anyway, especially with that Junkie XL score. It's just going to be a pleasure to listen to. So this question is dependent on how well this movie does and how Warner Media and AT&T look at it and assess it and see what happens from there, really. But for now, like Zack said, enjoy the movie that we have, support each other, and like just, you know, enjoy it because it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Yeah. Well, and if I could just throw in one thing, there would be if you're getting to see this through the HBO Max app or service, don't drop the service after 1 month. That would be, you know, like one of the dumbest things to do if we're trying to show that this has value moving forward. So you know, and again, you know, don't want to be insensitive to people's you know, like situations, but if you can, you know, if you can do it, if you can keep that subscription going, please do. I feel like you know, like everyone else here, is that, you know, I find it hard to believe that they're going to see this, they're going to see how good it is, see, you know, all the response and not want to do more. But we, you know, we can't take it for granted. It's not penciled in right now, so let's see what happens.
Yeah. So another thing that they look at, especially if you're American, who has HBO Max, please do not cancel your subscription. And it's the word churn is something that they try to avoid. They don't want to invest in projects and things that result in churn, because that's not what they want. They want lifelong subscribers, or at least subscribers that can stay on for as long as possible. Obviously bearing in mind with financial situations and the like. But yes, if you are subscribing in America, if you haven't already, please subscribe to HBO Max, and stay subscribed at least for a few months, if your financial situation can help you to do that. But yes, this was awesome. And Gillis, do you want to plug yourself in, or do you just want to give your Twitter? Or he's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, sure. No, I can do that. I did just want to say thank you. You know, this has been fun. You could, you know, I, like everyone else, just loves your streams. We love your, you know, your takes, and your perspectives and your thoughts. And thank you for, you know, for letting me be a small part of this. So thank you.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. No, you're a huge Superman fan, and I value your insight and your opinion. So thank you for joining me today. I really, really do appreciate it. Guys, please do like, comment, subscribe, share this if you'd like. And yeah, you know where to find me. All the stuff is in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful weekend. It's on the weekend.
Yes, it's the weekend for everybody. So
it's
yeah,
for me, because I have no idea of the concept of time. Thank you, COVID.
right.
But yes, thank you guys. Till next time.
Bye. Thank you.